Alright, this is going to be round 1. Between Xerxen and BBT. This is a Rogue Mage matchup right here. The Rogue is going to get the opener. Let's see if they prefer more of a cheap shot style of play, an ambush style of play. Are we going to see some exposed armor? Utilizing the sprint. Going with the burst from the Blood Fury. Alright, and they do go with the cheap shot immediately. The mage is not going to blink out of it. He's going to eat up that damage. There's going to be a title charm coming down onto the rogue here. Polymorph is going to follow it as the mage is going to try to break the distance just a little bit. Their freeze proc comes out. Mage does have MQG. There's going to be a cheap shot. He blinks it afterwards. But he is blinded. He uses the first ice block. He needs a cold snap. He does put the Frost Nova down. He tries to break with distance just a little bit. The rogue is going to vanish. Try to open it back up onto the mage here. The cheap shot comes out once again. Mage getting very low here in the first round will go to BBT. This is best of 3s, best of 5 semifinals. Okay, he opens with the cheap shot first. Can we... let's get these wolves out of here. Trying to cycle in that instant cast damage. BBT here. Opens back up out of the mage. Mage still has that Furbog pouch ticking away. Tries to put the instant cast on the mage as he's... or on the rogue as he's kiting away. Cheap shot comes out. He instantly is going to ice block it. Will we see a blind? There's the blind. He does not have the... he didn't cold snap. He didn't ice block once again to try to break that cold snap. Now he uses the exposed armor. The Cone of Cold comes out, getting very low. This is looking to be a 1-for-1. 1-for-1, the mage is going to tie this one up. Oh shit, oh, I have to summon someone after this one. The cheap shot comes out, going with the Sapper Charge, just trying to get that full burst combination off. MQG comes out, the title charm going out onto the mage here. They're going to ice block it, but now they're susceptible to the blind. That's the one thing. He does cold snap it, so he does have the ice block again, but double blind would be enough for the rogue to be able to reset this. Question is, will he use it, or is he just going to take these instant casts? And there's the blind. Ice block. Do we see a blind again? We need to see a blind again. The gouge comes out. We need a secondary one. The gouge isn't enough. Opening back up onto the rogue. The mage is going to take this one and kick the rogue out of it. Oh, the fat finger was prepped. Oh, I needed to start the tournament there too. It's going to be BBT this one. The next matchup is going to be between Funky Pot and BBT. You know, we could come back. Well, no. I mean, he's warmed up. I'm sure it doesn't matter. Funky Pot versus BBT. Or the mage. The mage. Oops. Sorry. I messed up there. The name... I got that swapped around. It's going to be Funky Pot versus Marmalade here. The name threw me off. The name threw me off a little bit. Sorry. I totally debated you. He might have AFK'd. We can't go on to the second round. But Funky Pot, if you are in the building, it's okay, I'll fill. He's respecting? No worries at all. Here, let's go on to Fritzio versus Vang Luck. Or Vang Lock.
Seduction.
If they're ready. Oh yeah, El Chapo. I got you, buddy. Summon.
Ice block down.
There it is.
Ice block down. Ice block down.
All right, there we go. Right out here and open. Let's make sure to give our contenders plenty of room to duel here, folks. They'll give you the same courtesy. This is going to be a best of 3 between Vang, Locke, and Might Win. Resetting the duel here quick. Powered shield just kind of being cycled there. The first fear is going to come out. Now he's out of it, but he has those dots on him. He might have to consider dispelling himself. He does get the Psychic Stream off onto the pet and the Warlock. Shadow Reflector coming out from the Warlock. Furbog Pouch used by the Priest here. The Tidal Charm going out onto the Warlock as he tries to put down that damage. Mind Blast has already been used, but he already has it in a few seconds. Warlock, the Warlock's on the back foot here. They're getting silenced by the Priest. They are able to use the Health Stone. DC onto the Priest here. And we're not seeing much in terms of mana burn. I didn't even see where the pet ended up going. Warlock getting very low right now, as I'm just kind of staring off in the distance wondering where the pet went. Did it get feared away? I have no idea. Did it have the dot on it? Oh, interesting. He said it got killed. Alright, the first duel going down. Chudley, I love you, but can you back up a little bit, buddy? I love your naked gnome butt, but it's harder to shark cast too, because I'm looking at that cute little gnome butt. Here comes the duel. It's going to start. The Curse of Tongues is onto the Priest right now, so they are going to cast just a little bit slower. Down 40% HP approximately. The fear is going to come out, but he's going to get out of it immediately, so that's not going to stop him for very long. The stun going down onto the Priest. This time the pet is not dead. It is actually able to dispel some things, do what it actually needs to do. It might make all of the difference having that pet interrupting him. Furbog Pouch healing him up just a bit. The Priest is in a very comfortable position. Oh my goodness, but as I say that, the Shadow Burn comes out, the Silence comes out as well. Are we going to see a full Shadow Bolt here? We do! And the second round goes to Vang Locke. It might have made all the difference having that pet, being able to actually silence the Priest, having a little bit of that knockback. Tied up here in the best of 3. Alright, dotting each other up. Let's see if any meaningful buffs get purged off by the pet. Psychic Stream comes out. He is going to will the Forsaken that. Just using the Shadow Burn, getting the Priest very low, getting aggressive. The Tidal Charm coming down onto the Warlock. Uses the Berserking Spell Lock, stopping him for just a minute. The Tidal Charm being reversed onto the Priest here as he puts Immolate. He can use Shadow Burn nearly once again. A Furbog Pouch healing the Priest up a little bit. And that is going to be a second win for Vang Locke here. Utilizing that Shadow Burn once again for that burst. Just doing so much damage to the Priest. The next matchup will be Funky Pot versus Marmalade. Or a reverse sweep, if you will. This is going to be Mage versus Warlock. Alright, the dueling flag goes down here between Funky Pot and Marmalade. Or Xerxin. That's what I think got thrown off a little bit last time, but never again. Interesting, our friend True is Rogue last time, and they are opting for Mage this time. I'll have to ask them which one is their main, which one do they prefer at the end of the day. Or maybe they're just a multi-classer like Bieber kind of showcased earlier. The dots are... this is a Siphon Life Warlock as well, so he's got the whole shebang on this Mage right now. Oh, there's a Death Coil. It will not be reversed, but he does use the Ice Block to try to mitigate some of that dot damage. He is not going to land the grenade. Grenade hits the Warlock, but the Mage is unfortunately feared. If he has a Trinket, awesome. It doesn't seem as though that's going to be the case, so those dots are on him once again, and not only that, the Warlock bandages himself up a couple of times, as that Mage is just kind of running... in the worst possible direction he could. He bandages himself up a little bit, does get a couple ticks off, and has the Furball pouch, but he is silenced, and then there is the Shadow Burn that comes out. He needs the Ice Block. There's too much pressure. He silences the Warlock himself, trying to get aggressive. He's not really in a position to get defensive, but the Warlock still has the Hellstone, and he will go on to win the first round. He's not going on yet. He will just win that first round, and it was one of those where the Mage was in. And Touch is such a tough spot. There wasn't room to get defensive. He needed to get offensive, but that Warlock still had the HP stone, and then he couldn't burn through all that. There was just too much. So the first round goes to the Warlock, but it's hardly over. The dueling flag goes down. The Polymorph comes off, putting the dots on.
Counterspell.
Counterspell comes out there.
Spell lock.
They're trading the silences, though. The Mage actually just stunning them.
DC.
Not going for the Ice Block. Ice Blocks after the Death Coil. Gets the dots off himself. Does use Cold Snap because he wants to be ready for another Ice Block if he needs to. Not only that, he will be able to get up that barrier once again, giving him the shield that he really needs. The Warlock gets that instant Shadow Bolt off there. And he hits him with a Shadow Burn and goes on to the next round. The Siphon Life Warlock just putting out too much damage for the Mage to deal with. The next matchup is going to be between El Chapo and Justin. This is a Mage versus Mage matchup. Both really good mages. If I'm not mistaken, El Chapo, another fellow content creator here on Twitch. Oh, did I ever summon Justin? Justin, are you in the chat right now, mate?
Seduction. Blind. DC.
I think Justin is gone. We might have to just go on to the next round. Chapo might get a bye. Chapo's ready to fight, too. He wanted to play.
Evasion down.
I think it might just be one of those where we could go. Let's go on to B Bergs and Zave, and then if he's not back, we'll give him the bye. You know, we'd rather see a matchup, and I'm sure he'd rather have the matchup. But B Bergs versus Zave will be the next one. We do have a Phil. If not, Chadley, I know you're trolling, but we have a Hunter. We'll put the Hunter into Phil if he's not back at the end of this. God, Chadley's awesome. What would this be without him?
Seduction.
This is two great players. B-Berg and Zave here. Both fellow content creators as well, actually. Damn, a lot of friends coming out tonight. Scattershot comes out. He's going to Ice Block. He has the Cold Snap afterwards. He throws a grenade. It's not going to connect. There's the Blast Wave. He is just getting so aggressive with B-Berg right now. He just wants to hand it to him. There is the... he's immune to those roots there for that brief second. He Ice Blocks it, and he gets out of the trap, but that is going to mean he does get the Title Charm off the grenade afterwards, and he breaks the distance. Mage just gets in there, gets the Impact proc off with the Fire Blast, and finishes him off with the Cone of Cold. Very beautifully done by our friend Zave. Can Bieber... Bieber's the hunter, though. They can bring it back. He's the hunter that can reverse sweep anything. The second dueling flag goes down. They are not fucking around. Oh, not quite ready. This is a reduel. No, Faricio, it was a different mage.
Seduction.
We were looking for Justin. The exclamation point server command it's aged so well.
Blind.
Oh, we'll just watch this matchup while we're getting started here. Alright, Zave is going to close the distance here immediately, get scattershotted. The title charm going out onto Bieberg. He's going to trinket out of it.
Lockdown.
The mage resets everything. Just goes ahead and uses the cold snap, puts the blast wave down, just tries to put these instant casts down onto the hunter. He had done an ice block, so he has a secondary ice block to get out of that trap. Now both players are using the Furbolg pouch. Zave blinking into the hunter here, just utilizing the dead zone and these instant casts to try to nuke him down before the hunter gets another reset. He gets the feint, he gets the scatter shot, he gets a couple of ticks of bandage. He needs to get away. There's the grenade. Tries to concussion shot, just absolutely needs to just get distance with him, and he can't. The Zave is so aggressive. That's the first round. We've seen Bieber getting hit out that early on. Good duel, Zave. Good duel, both of you. Alright, this next duel is going to be between El Chapo and a hunter over here that said, last call for Justin. Last call for Justin. Otherwise, we'll have our friend here take his place. Alright, yeah, our hunter friend's gonna do it. I'm totally down. Hunter friend, though, if you could take off Noggenfogger Small. We only allow it in, because it's so hard for everybody to click in Dispel matchups. Thank you, I love you, thank you. I know it's fun to fight. It's fun to fight Tiny. It's one of the reasons I love Gnome too. I hide behind shit. I'll like sleep behind a barrel. Oh my gosh, I'm all about it. Thanks for filling in, mate. All right, putting up the ice barrier, putting up the fire ward, and putting down the dueling flag. This is going to be the first matchup between El Chapo and Verisi. El Chapo says wait. He might need to restart this one. A forfeit has happened. Making sure everything is refreshed here. Even puts the slow fall on. Alright, the dual flag starts. He's going to use Mind Quickening. The Viper Sting is on him. He does get the Polymorph onto the Hunter right now. Is he going to try to kill the pet? No, he's going to try to just get really aggressive with the Hunter. The Hunter gets out of the freezing with the Trinket, gets the Scatter Shot, or gets the Title Charm, instantly Ice Block. Cold Snap comes out, he's ready for the Scatter Shot. Feign Death Trap as well. He does have that secondary Ice Block. I think that's the one way to do it, just getting very aggressive with these Hunters. Is just that one way to take them down. Otherwise, they get you with the Viper Sting and just becomes an absolute mess. The first duel is going to go to El Chapo. It seems to be the way to go, getting very aggressive with these Hunters, not allowing them to drain your mana. Because even how fast you saw that duel taking place, you still saw that El Chapo was nearly out of mana at the end of it. And you see the pet just died of raw AoE damage, the Kona Colds, the Arcane Explosions. Mage might have even thrown in a Fire Blast just to try to focus down the pet. But either way, it fell mostly just to AoE damage. And, yeah. Those AoE spells costing a lot, but doing a lot. He's just going for the pet now. He just wants the pet. He's like, you know what, I'll just sheep the hunter and I'll go for the pet. Use the Mind Quickening Gem to take him down very quickly. The poly comes out, but he trades with the scatter shot, mitigating some of that sheep time. That's diminishing return number 2. Won't be able to sheep very effectively just yet, but he's not looking to. Is he gonna? Are we gonna see a cold snap? We see a cold snap, so he is ready for another ice block if he needs to. Throws another grenade down of his own. It is going to land. No orc resist. This trap won't quite hit, unfortunately, and he's in that shatter crit vulnerability where he you know, you're taking those huge critical strikes, and the second round will go to El Chapo. Very aggressive play on his part. Thank you for joining us, Hunter friend. The next duel is actually oh wow. I almost wish this was switched, but this could still be fun. Lock versus Lock, Mage versus Mage for the finals here, or for the semifinals. This is a best of 5. It's going to be Funky Pot versus Vang Lock. Do you want to? I mean, that's up to the contenders. That's up to the contenders. We'd almost need all 4 of you to want to do that. Funky Pot says no. So we got 2 yes, 1 no. So 2 yes, 1 no. What about Vang Lock? He says no. So that's 2 no, 2 yes. Holy moly. You know, being that it's tied and it's it's technically the brackets are in place, maybe we'll stick with them. I didn't think it would come to that, but in hindsight, maybe I needed to move one of the mages up to the top, one of the locks down to the bottom, so there was less potential for that in the beginning. We will see that matchup in the finals as well, you're right. The lock wants to fight. The locks want to fight, we'll let them fight. Mirror matchups can be interesting as well. You gotta love it, the split decision. I like it. Let's see what happens. Good luck, everybody. Alright, they're just kind of trading dots right now. They both go with the Fell Hunter. I'm not sure what the differentiating specs are going to be, but they are... now we're seeing Funky Pot utilizing the Shadow Burn, trying to chip down his opponent. The Death Coil coming down onto Vang Lock. Death Coil now trading onto Funky Pot here. Vang Lock is much lower, but that's probably because of the Shadow Burn, and honestly, Funky Pot got 2 Shadow Burns in there, and so that will be round 1 going to him. That honestly, I think, made all the difference, fitting in 2 Shadow Burns into the rotation. And that will be round 1 won by him. Needs to win 2 more before he goes on to the finals. Reflectors are allowed. Alright, here we go, trading dot for dot here. There we go. The Shadow Burns are just straight up traded this time. Death Coil onto Funky Pot.
Spell lock.
Spell locked as well. Vang Lock getting very, very aggressive here. Trading the Death Coil and just going for the life drain. Are we going to see the Hellstones? Vang Lock getting very low. You know, one thing we're not seeing either, the second round will go to Funky Pot, is Spellstones. Are their spell to use that absorb that magic damage. Another potential tool. This could be the final. Vang Lock could sweep it though. 100% possible. Best of 5. Dueling flag going down here. Oh, just trading the shadow burns.
Spell lock.
Just trying to get that instant damage. They're both shadow locking each other out. Seeming very mere. But Vanglock is so much lower right now. He does use the Hellstone. He's back down to half. He honestly, Funky Pot almost has shadow burn again. Part of me wonders, you know, holy moly, the damage was real. Funky Pot will go on to the finals. Maybe a different specs, perhaps, contributing to that. Either way, the next match is going to be a best of 5 between El Chapo and Zave. Will we see some sort of shenanigans with MQG, you know, title? What sort of trinkets are we going to be seeing used here?
Counter spell.
The counter spell going out onto Zave here. The polymorph is going to come off. Zave kind of might be oh, he is going to ice block that. So I didn't see the ice barrier up on him, but he does have ice block. Perhaps a fire, some sort of hybrid spec. Here's the thing, he just used MQG. He didn't get any use out of it, but it hardly means this is over. One ice block down is not going to determine the outcome of this matchup. Both contenders are going to have silence once again. The silence going down onto El Chapo here. He is able to get the silence off, though, right as it ends. Grenade will not connect. Will he get a polymorph off himself? He does! Going to refresh the ice barrier. It's all about who has the best opener, in a sense. The best, you know, the sheep. Who gets to reset and open back up on the other with that polymorph. Rest assured, you will see a lot of polymorphs in this matchup.
Counterspell.
Counterspell coming out onto Zave here. El Chapo going for the burst potentially here. Maybe trying to get out of combat. He goes for the polymorph. Refreshes his ice barrier and fire ward. One more poly. They're running out of polys. That's DR number 3. Alright, here we go. Here's his burst. He's going with the full fireball. Then just going with another fireball. It is reflected, but he ice blocks it.
Ice block out.
For a Bog Pouch coming out from Zave. The Cone of Cold is not going to connect. He tries to blink on his other side. The Blast Wave will hit. El Chapo still at full HP. The grenade is going to come down. Tidal Charm comes out, but he blinks out of it immediately. Refreshes the ice barrier. Tries to get that cushion. Silence going down on El Chapo here. Full Frostbolt connecting. Fire Blast afterwards. The grenade is going to hit. It will not be resisted. Trading Scorch for Scorch right now. It's starting to get explosive right now. El Chapo utilizing the Cold Snap. Putting back on the ice barrier. The Cold Snap going down onto Zave here. He used the Arcane Missiles. Ice Block coming out from Zave here. Trading the Fire Blast. Looking very close. Zave in the losing position. El Chapo takes round 1. The reaction time on that ice block, absolutely spectacular. Not only did we see a nice reflect, but we saw a nice ice block to the reflect. Could have made all the difference, especially if it had crit. Both of these guys, great mages. It was a slow start, explosive finish. Zave popping the MQG, trading instant cast here. Ooh, we see the fire reflector, or it might have been fire ward. But it's just fire ward. He does stun him, instantly ice blocked. Oh, but he still gets the polymorph onto El Chapo. Zave still has MQG running. Does get a full Frostbolt down. The freeze comes out. Silence going out from El Chapo, then he resheeps. Trying to predict the ice block and resheep. Gets another fire ward on himself there. One more resheep. Zave being patient here. Not ice blocking things. Just letting the DR on the sheep run. He does ice block that.
Counterspell.
Uses his Cold Snap. But he's caught in a Shatter Crit combo. He gets hit with the grenade. He blinks out of it immediately. Zave using the Furbog Pouch trying to heal back up. Down about half HP. There's the Ice Block from El Chapo. Zave trying to banish himself. Gets 2 ticks. He's in a Shatter Crit combo combination. He Ice Blocks out of it. Zave, oh my goodness. Is this going to be a resheep? This is a resheep. I don't think he can get out of it. El Chapo. Furbog Pouch ending. But he still has the bandage. Getting another resheep off, and I imagine he's going to try to heal up now. Almost back to full. That was about half mana. Resheep's there. Does get the Evocate off as well. Fully refreshed. Now this is Zave needs to almost try to find some of that reset love too. He could still potentially burst him with half mana, but technically El Chapo's in the winning position right now. He blinks on him. That means he can't blink out of this, though. But he wants to get aggressive himself. There's a couple of potential crits for free, because he was not able to blink out of that. Here come the Arcane Missiles. The Tidal Charm stops him from polying. The poly coming out, but the Arcane Explosion is enough to finish him off, and round 2 will go to El Chapo. Good duels. One more. Potentially. This could be a reverse sweep. We could see 3 more. It's happened before. It's not the first time. Sometimes that's just what you need is a little pressure. Alright, here we go. The dueling flag coming down. Here, the MQG coming out here from El Chapo. They're just trying to get aggressive with each other. They're done playing. They're done sheeping. They're just ready to bring the pain. The Blast Wave has been ice blocked. Counterspell on Zave here. Does get the grenade. Doesn't connect. Furbog Pouch onto Zave here. Trying to heal himself back up. Ice blocking. Mitigating that damage. Silences El Chapo. Oh, but gets... Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. He got the sheep off. It seems as though there was a silence there. Might have been a resist. Oh, and that is going to be another polymorph on his save as El Chapo gets the reset. Blinks away. Full Frostbolt from Zave will connect. It was minimally... It might have been just a rank 1. It did not do very much. Just trying to slow down his opponent. El Chapo refreshing that ice barrier. Every cycle is good. Oh, blocks out the Kona Cold. I like that. Is going to be able to sheep his opponent. Bandage himself back up. They're both players are in a very similar spot. About 1,000 more mana on El Chapo. Gets to repolymorph off and evocates though. He's just the reset might be enough to just win him this. Full Frostbolt coming down. Zave's trying to run away here. There goes the Fireball. He pops MQG. Are we going to see some aggression on his part? Or a reset? He wants to reset. He scorched himself with the Reflect there once. It's not over yet, though. If he gets a reset...
Counterspell.
Oh, no, that's a resisted grenade. And that will be El Chapo taking this series. Good duel to both contenders. Zave, another content creator. Both the content creators here on Twitch. If you want to learn something from Mage, both of them great candidates to check out. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Zave. This last we could do the bronze match. I shouldn't say goodbye just yet. Zave and Vang Luck. Do you guys want to do oh, he had MCS too. That's a big one. MCS versus not MCS. Vang Luck and Zave, you guys could duke it out actually. For the best of 3. Or the bronze match that is. If oh, Vang might have had it to go. Oh no, summon you? Alright, hell yeah. Dot summon. Have nightmares. This is that nightmare fuel. You're welcome. Not summon, save. It's like a Barbie doll. I don't know how it happened, but these things just have a way of happening around me. Hey, Rook. This is a best of 5 here. For 3rd place. Zave versus Vang Luck. We have actually a Mage Warlock matchup for the next 2 matches here. The dueling flag is going to go down. Puts the Frost Nova down and the grenade as well. Just going for that fast bursty damage. But honestly, it seems as though the Warlock already has the upper hand here. Does get the impact proc off, which is absolutely big. It blinks out of the title and uses the Furbog pouch to heal up just a little bit. Vang Luck is able to shadow burn again if they want to. Getting very low though. They're gonna need their Hellstone. The Hellstone comes out. They use the Furbog pouch to heal himself up just a little bit. The Mage almost has him though, but they're getting very low too. Is that Furbog pouch enough to finish him off? It is not. Zave is going to take the first round. So it is going to be 1-0 in this best of 5. Actually, Mark is the. Honestly, I think we've had some Mark of the Dragon. I'll check. Honestly, I think we might have had Mark of the Dragon Lord in previous tournaments, and I can't remember if we actually said we could use that. I'm going to double check after this one, because we did have a... I'll do it right before the last matchup, though, where it will be prominent. The spell lock coming down onto Zave right now as he's just getting hit with those dots. He still has the Curse of Agony on himself. He's getting very offensive. Puts the Frost Nova Blast Wave down. Is going to ice block some of these dots. Warlock utilizing the Hellstone, getting himself a little bit more comfortable health total. Zave uses the Furbog pouch, healing himself a bit as well. Something everybody can use, and then just Scorches, knowing he'll have enough time for that cast. The Death Coil is going to get ice blocked. That is absolutely huge. That could make all of the difference here, because this allows this Warlock to get a free Fear, to get free dots out, to get Drain Life out. So the second duel will go to Zave as well. It's only the fall. Just versus Rogue. Okay.
Seduction.
Zave versus Vanglock one more time.
Seduction.
Double checking for a rule there as well. The MQG being used by Zave right now. He's just going for the offensive play. He's not going for the safe, you know, poly, kill the pad or anything like that. He wants to just kill this Warlock. He's going to ice block, mitigating some of that dot damage there, and then just open right back up onto the Warlock here. He gets very aggressive. Frost Nova, Iron Grenade, and then just one more is all he really needs, a Fire Blast, and he just utilizes ice block to say, you know what, I just need to cycle this Fire Blast one more time, buy a little time. Zave will win this last matchup, getting 3rd place. Thank you, Zave. Thank you, Zave and Vanglock, for participating. You're welcome anytime to show up and do some duels. The last matchup, this finals will be between Funky Pot and El Chapo. Dueling Flag goes down. Either one could win this. Both great players. The duel is going to start. El Chapo getting that ice barrier. It's not going to be. It didn't see as though it was dispelled. The DC comes out, but he is going to ice block that. He gets very aggressive with the counter spell and just keeps laying down the instant cast, even resetting to try to Kona Cold twice in a row. Warlock getting very low right now. They almost have Shadowburn again. They do use the Spellstone. There we go. Are they going to be able to get the fear off? The MQG, or not the MQG, but the Grandmaster Arena Trinket does guard Funky Pot or El Chapo that little bit against any other damages that might have came out. It seemed as though Funky Pot maybe was kind of starting to make a comeback with the Spellstone, but it just wasn't enough, and El Chapo will take round one. Alright, the Dueling Flag goes down here. Ooh, the Kona Cold not connecting there. Oh, it was a reduel. It was just a reset. Trinket swaps seemingly coming out here. He's just putting on that Fire Ward, putting on that Ice Barrier once again, refreshing these things on himself before starting up this duel, and they are good to go. Alright, Funky Pot on the back foot to start this thing off. He still has things like the DC as well. He is going to pop that, but instantly the Ice Block comes out. El Chapo getting out of the ice block and then putting down the damage using the counter spell, but that Hellstone healed him up real thick like. The freeze is going to proc once, and the Arcane Explosion very likely going to crit because of the Shatter Crit combo. The Frost Nova comes out once again as this mage just gets so aggressive. Spell Lock coming out. Unfortunately, though, Funky Pot still had that Immolate on him. He was not able, from the potential reflection, was not able to reset that. So that will be the second round going to El Chapo here. El Chapo going with the Undead here. Funky Pot going with the Gnome, trying to get out of those freezes. Dueling Flag goes down. Funky Pot has his work cut out for him here. Alright, and the duel begins. Using Shadowburn. Funky Pot trying to lay down some pressure here. He pops the Grandmaster Arena Trinket himself. Throws a grenade, it will not connect. Is able to get a couple of bandage sticks off. And the Hellstone puts him back to full. Mage making sure to use that Fire Ward, mitigate any potential fire damage. The counter spell onto Funky Pot now. Just has to take the beating that is from the Mage. He does activate that Spellstone. Mage trying to get out a couple of instant casts here. They do get a freeze proc, so that next spell might crit. The fear comes out, but he is going to ice block it immediately. Another fear comes out. Can he do it? He was Will the Forsaken still, and he does pop that. I don't think there's anything he can do about it. There's just too much aggression, and El Chapo will take this victory. A good duel by both contestants. But it is going to be El Chapo taking this one home.